Nice to see you here, everyone. Called today's session Canvas Couture because I really like doing fashion illustration style images. And even if that's not your cup of tea, you can still use the techniques that I'm going to show you for your own images. And it gives you a lot more control over your finished images. I think it's really powerful tool. So if you can see my screen, you can see the image that I've got here, which is the image that I used to advertise the event. But can anyone in the chat tell me what is different about the image that I'm showing you compared to the one that was used to advertise the event? I'm not seeing any answers. You do have to be very eagle-eyed to see the difference, but yes, having the image there kind of helps as well.
Yeah, I thought so.
So the difference is she is wearing a denim jacket and not a leather jacket, as was shown in the original. What we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to use the sketch tool to change an item. So like this, I've changed the jacket from a leather jacket to a denim jacket. We're going to see how to use the sketch tool to change the colour of something, how to remove things, and how to fix things, which is something that everyone's asking for. And then I'm also going to show you a bit more of an advanced technique, which is to cut and combine images together. I'm planning to go for about an hour. It's a 90-minute session, so if we've got time at the end, I will be inviting you to share an image with me that you might want to have edited, but we will see how we go for time. The first thing we're going to have a look at is I'm going to show you how to change the jacket, and then after that, when we go on to the next image, I'll share the image with you, and then you can have a go at editing the image as well. If we just go back to the original image, and I'm going to get rid of my welcome message. I hope you all feel welcome. And then what we're going to do, right, make sure the square is in the right position, because how many times have I pressed generate and it was nowhere near? I'm going to go to the pencil, sketch tool, I'm going to call it. Let's be consistent, I'm going to call it the sketch tool. So I'm going over to the sketch tool. I'm going up to the colour picker, and I'm going to choose a blue, like a dark blue, a denim. So let's go for about here. Hope you can see. We need a bit of transparency. This is very important. And we'll go down to probably about 80%. And the reason we're doing that is so that we can still see some of the shape of the jacket. So we want to keep these lapels and some of the nice folds, creases in her elbow. And I'm just going to go over the top quite roughly, maybe because I don't like spending blooming ages doing stuff when you can just do it easy. But I have got a little stylus pen. Check me out with my stylus pen. It does make life easier. If you don't have one, absolutely fine, because I like just things to be quick and easy. Got my stylus pen.
With a fancy pen.
Right, so we've coloured in the jacket a nice denim-y blue colour, and we're just going to write in the prompt. Again, just looking for an easy life. We're just going to type in denim jacket, nothing fancy. I'm going to do in paint because it is what you're supposed to do, and I'm going to put it about halfway. I'm very much going on instinct.
What's the difference in paint, out paint?
Out paint is when you're trying to extend your image outwards. And so if you've got an image where the head's been cut off and you just want to take a bit more of the top of the image out, then you would go out painting. And then in painting is if you want to change things within the scene. I'm going to take the in paint up even more. This is the joy of AI images, because you can just enjoy the surprises. Render density. Thank you, Sagan. That's a good idea, isn't it? Let's go with that. Put it up to about 1.5. See how we get on. Denim jacket. Well done. So which one do we like the best anyway? I quite like number 2, and number 4 is nice because it's got the little cuffs turned up. I quite like that. Yeah, I think we'll go with number 4. Very happy with that one. Ta-da! Love it. Okay, so next we are going to change the colour of the skirt. Now, everyone in chat, What two colours do you mix to make purple? Megan, full marks, A star. It is indeed red and blue. So because the skirt is pink and I would like to make it purple, I'm going to grab a blue again. So I'm very much going on instinct again, and I'm going to pick blue from up here, quite a nice light blue. And then I'm going to take the transparency down to just a little above halfway. And then because of the transparency, I probably can't go quite as light as I have. So we'll pick that up a little bit there. I think that would be fine. Right, so let's draw that blue. Have I got the pencil? I picked up my stylus pen, obviously, after I've been showing off about it, and it wouldn't play. We will draw in, and again, I'm not being precious about this. We're just going to go quite rough. 1, because you're watching me. 2, because this is what I would normally do. Right, there we go. I'm just doing that with my finger on the touch screen instead of the pen this time. I will just go in a little bit and catch some of those edge bits here. And then because you've got the transparency on, I kind of want to avoid doing this because you can see like a little bit of overlap, but it doesn't make too much of an issue. Right, so now prompt time. So we want to say that it is a purple skirt. We also want to keep some of that shininess to it, which was the other reason why I wanted the transparency, so that we can still see the light and shade. So if I say purple skirt, and I'm going to say silk, satin, let's again just see if we get lucky. I've just turned it to outpaint again because that's just what I always do, especially for the first one, just to see what you get. Oh, lovely, I like that one. That's a really nice colour. Nice, we have got the shine, which is good. It's a bit of a windy day, is it? I think we'll go with number 1. I think it's got a bit of natural movement to it without it looking a bit unnatural. So there we go. So that was easy, just to change the colour, but keep the look, keep the fabric style right. So the next one we're going to do, I'm going to give you a picture so you can play along. A cute little penguin. He's got a little bobble on his head. No hat. Where's his hat? Can everyone give the penguin a little hat to go with his bobble and pop it in chat, and I will have a look, and I'm going to do one as well on screen. Yep, Willow loves cute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the sketch tool. I'm going to go to the colour picker, and I'm actually going to pick this light blue from his scarf, which I think will be a nice match. 1 for the scarf, but 2 for the bobble. Sketch that on. If you can hear a cat, my cat has decided to join us.
1 more viewer, lovely.
Yep, just as long as she doesn't decide to type in the chat. Okay, so we've got my base colour there, and then I'm going to go for this darker kind of turquoise colour as well, with quite a thin line, and just draw in some of that texture from the knittedness of a knitted hat. There we go. Not neat, doesn't need to be. Happy with that. Prompt time. I'm going to say a teal knitted, I'm going to say teal knitted bobble hat, and I'm guessing bobble hat is universal and not just British English, but we'll see what happens. Actually, I'm going to hyphenate. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, I like that. I mean, it hasn't quite got the edge that I wanted it to have, you know, like the rolled over bit of a hat, but it has really got that knitted texture, so that looks great. I do like number 4. Yeah, happy with that. Right, I'm waiting to see yours in the chat. Who's been playing along? Who's given their penguin a little bobble? Little knitted hat. I'm going to go on to my next image, but I shall wait eagerly to see penguin. I was going to give him a name then. I decided not to bother. Right, I've downloaded my beautiful little penguin, and we're going to go on to the next thing whilst I hold my cat back with one arm. She is desperately trying to get onto the keyboard. Right, now my next image, put it down here. I prepared it earlier. Here we are. It's all good. Now, if anyone's wondering, how has she got an image that looks so much like that other one that she just had on there? These have been created, first of all, by doing sketch to image, and the sketch was like of a woman standing in this position, and then she had a dress on, and then I made loads of variations, and then I used those variations to train my own model. And now I can do endless images of a lady standing in the same position with a similar background, and it just makes it so much easier to, to just do an easy prompt and then get loads of variations. Oh, I can see a penguin. Sagan's penguin. Yeah, I love that. I like that. Like, he's got a bit more of a rim to his hat, hasn't he? Right, so for this image, I'm going to be doing a pink jacket. I want it to be like the pink of her flowers, so I'm going to pick maybe the lightest colour and then just do what we did before. So get the pencil, and I've got my stylus pen to see if it works this time and see if the cat can resist hitting it, and then we'll colour that in, and we're going to go a bit bigger. Oh, I haven't got any transparency. Alright, so we'll go down to about 60% and then we'll take the colour up again to compensate for the transparency. Then we're going to run over that without having got rid of what we just did. I do like the creases in the jacket, particularly around the elbows. Just wondering whether I could have done a bit more of a transparency, but I think that will be fine. Who doesn't love a pink leather jacket? Let's see what happens. Let me share this one with you. There we go. If anyone wants to play along, feel free to do whatever you want to the image. Not necessarily just a pink jacket, but I would love to see what you come up with. Now, Kentox, I love the image. Lovely marshmallow on top there. I'm not quite sure where the hat is though. I think his head is still going to be quite cold. Wow, I love all of these jacket variations that it's come up with. Absolutely gorgeous. But I think if I have to choose, and I do, it's gonna have to be this one. I just like the colour tones between the outside and the lapels. Yep, gorgeous. Love it. Love using Leonardo AI. Just brings me so much joy. Right, download. Always want to download. I'll share these later in my gallery, so you can have a look later if you would like.
Be sure to give us a link there later.
Yes, I will do. That's a good point. Right, so that's that one done. What we are going to do actually as well with this image is we're going to get rid of those school kids in the back because, well, I don't like kids. Sorry. I'm joking. I can tolerate. Okay, so what we do here is we'll get the erase tool and we're going to draw over the little darlings. So using the erase tool, we're telling the AI that we actually want to get rid of these. We don't want a variation on them. We actually just want to get rid of them altogether. Okay, and then from there, I will also get the sketch tool, get the colour picker, and then I'll just take just a general colour from that floor and fill that in. And it may be completely unnecessary, but this is what I do. It works for me. And then I'll get other bits from the background, so we'll take just a generic colour again just to fill that area in. That isn't the best colour that I could have chosen. I probably want something a little bit lighter. The window frame there, I should get some of that in as well. There we go, and as you can see, I'm not being especially neat because the AI is going to do the heavy lifting for me. There we go. So I think I've given it enough to say what I want and what I'm looking for. Let's see what happens. Oh, I'm not going to put a prompt in at all. I'm just going to put a space and really just leave it up to luck or skill on the AI's part. Okay. I don't remember asking for text, if indeed that is text. Okay, nice little arty sculpture. This is because I was really doing a rough job with it, but I think we'll go with that one actually, because it has, ignoring the bits of text, it has actually filled in the floor and it has filled in the windows, and from there I can just go in with the colour tool as well and just take that out. There we go. I'll get that colour, that kind of beige wood camel colour. There we go. So sometimes when I don't get a result that I want, I will just accept the closest thing to it, and then you can just work from that to try and get what you want. I'm going to go render density up one more. Let's see again. No prompt, just I think the AI's got enough information from the fact that I've drawn on. Yep, I don't mind that. I mean, I don't know what that is, but who cares? And yeah, there we go. So that's that one done. What we are going to do not bad actually. I think we'll go with number 4. Not sure what that is, but it doesn't matter. Very small and in the distance. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm waiting for people in the chat to share. Did anyone share this one?
I don't think you gave
No.
them instructions for it.
I said do whatever you want. I think that's clear instruction. Okay, so we'll move on to the next image. Just let me check my list. So the next one is a fix rather than a change. Get rid of this. And the next image, again, is from my trained model. But as you can see, it gave her this weird skirt I don't really want and I didn't really ask for. And also, what's going on with that hand?
That is a cool outfit. Yoga pants, a hoodie, and the skirt on top.
Yep, so let me share this in the chat if anyone would like to play along, and you're welcome to do whatever you want, whatever you think looks good, including a marshmallow on her head. I'm going to get rid of the skirt because I don't like it and I don't want it. And what I'm going to do is go to the sketch tool. I'm going to get the colour picker. I think you know how it goes now. Quite a big brush again because it's quick and easy to do a big brush. And I'm going to go, there's a bit of a shadow there, isn't there? So we'll go down to fill in. Hopefully will just give me some normal trousers. Should we say yoga pants? Yoga pants. And then what sort of colour do we think this is? Like a light, very light blue? Maybe I'll go with a pale blue and we'll see what happens. Hopefully it will know enough from the colour picker anyway. Not a fan of that. Let me just zoom out, see what it looks like. Full screen, not full screen, but you know, be able to see the full image. Yeah, I think I might have gone a bit too light with the colour that I chose. I think the least bad is probably that one, so we'll go with that. And then I will just take a little bit more care over the colour, I think. If I get the colour picker and I'm going to pick the dark colour from underneath, lift that up, and then I'll take the lighter colour from just above, that down. And then in this instance, I will just use the in paint option and keep it quite low. Oh, I like that image, Eric, with the puffer jacket. That's really nice. Oh, Tuxman. That's really cool. I like that. Oh, Kentox, I'm just looking at yours with the jacket. So you're saying that it's not going longer. I think you would just need to draw more of it in with the sketch tool, as well as put the prompt long jacket. But yes, lovely. Thank you for sharing those. I think I'm a bit happier with those yoga pants. So yeah, so because we had the in paint quite low, we had it sort of halfway, you can't see huge massive changes, but I think we'll go with that one. And then all I would do from there, I wouldn't spend any more time in Canvas, but I would take it back into Leonardo with image to image, and then have it like not on full whack, and just let it kind of blend that out and make it a bit more natural looking. So while we're here, I'm just going to sort that hand out. Oh, Sagan, that's amazing. Wow, I love that. I'm going to keep that one. Gorgeous colours. Right, let's sort this hand out. I don't know if it, I mean, we're not doing fixing hands today because there will be another session focused on fixing hands at a later date. You heard it here, folks. There will be a whole thing on fixing hands. I'm not doing that today, she says, whilst she feels compelled to do something about this hand. There we go. And we are just going to leave it up to luck again. And I'm not going to type anything. We're just going to see what happens because that's how I roll. I'm going to go without paint again just because, just a space, just because. We'll see what happens.
There's some really nice inputs in chat as well.
Yeah, they're really nice. Let me have a look at this one with the boxing glove. And that hat. Oh, I love it. It's brilliant. Wow, I love it. Very creative. Oh, Kentox, I like that one as well. It's almost like a Japanese garment, isn't it, like that? Right, so let's check this hand out. Yes, well done. Given how much minimum effort I made, that hand looks fine. Or good, I should say. That one does. They all look good. Well done. Well done, Leonardo. I'm going to go with that one. I'm actually amazed. They all came out so well. I did turn up the render density. Sorry, I did that without telling everyone that I was doing it. I've turned it up to 3 because for hands and faces, that's probably what I would do. Like I said, we're not fixing hands today. That's for another day. Right, I'm going to download that. I feel like I was not very creative at all after I've looked at yours and others. Oh, love that one, Kentox. Really stylish. I would wear that. Right, so we're just adding a bit of yellow. So I've gone into the colour picker, picked a lovely bright yellow, and then I'm just drawing over her jacket. And I think I might make it one of those that's closed. So I'm going to draw across all of this as well. I'm also going to just get rid of her arm, and that will become clear later while I'm doing that. So literally just all the way over the top, giving her a yellow raincoat, and we'll prompt for yellow. Oh, I hate it when I accidentally draw. Bright yellow raincoat. Let's see what happens. Yes, love that. Instantly. Oh, let me zoom out a bit to see if it's in keeping with the rest of the image. Yep, like that. I think that might be my favourite. Which one did I say was my favourite? The one with the buttons. There we go. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to do then is, because she has the umbrella and she's obviously not holding it, and we don't want it to be a hat, we want it to be an umbrella, I'm going to add that arm back in again. So with the yellow still selected, I'm going to just bring it up from here. Oh, I don't need the transparency, so let me bring that all the way back up again. So we'll have the arm coming up like this, doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm just going to pick the colour, the skin tone from her face, and then that can be her hand. And I'm again just doing it very loosely, just a little circle will be fine. And then I will grab the colour for the handle of the umbrella. So if I click on the top, so I'm clicking just on the top of the umbrella there, that colour, and then I'm going to bring that right down into her hand. It's completely the wrong angle. What are you doing? I don't think that's going to work very well, Willow. Maybe just carry on as if it doesn't matter. Just talking to myself. Right, so we are going to have to put a prompt in for this one. So we're going to say clasping umbrella handle, and I think a lot of luck is going to be involved, and so for that reason we will put the render density up to about 2.5. Then just make sure the box is over the area, still just ignoring the fact that the angle is all wrong, and then generate. I like that one. That's probably closest to what I drew, isn't it? And she's got those little fingers. I mean, it's a no to number 1, not there with number 2. Don't know what that is. So yeah, best of the bunch. There we go. So you know what I'm going to do to fix the angle is I'm actually going to do the top and get rid of the stalk, and then put the stalk further over with the pencil tool, sketch tool, draw it over here, and then it will look like it's just a quirky umbrella. Right, let me fill in that background. So I'm going to get the colour picker, pick the background, colour that the same, and then we'll go no prompt, and then hopefully it's got enough and it's got the idea. Press generate. I'm just looking in the chat now. Sagan, you're just so amazing at this. Isn't that the cutest thing? You can see you've changed her eye colours as well. That looks really nice. I think we've only got one with a stalk, and it was an idea. It's not one that I'm going to stick with, but for now we'll go with what we've got. I like that. Anyway, so let's download, and we will do one more from my batch. Then if you can think of, if you've got any images where you want to change the clothing, put it in chat and put at Willow so I see it, or at WillowB so I see it. But I'm going to do the next one but the next one, just watch what I'm doing because it's a bit more advanced and it's a bit more complicated. So, all right, let me get rid of all this. Grab my next image. So again, another one from my fine-tuned model. And then I'm going to grab another one. And what we're going to do this time is we're going to steal this lady's dress and we're going to put it on this lady. This is a really good technique if you think of some other images you've got where you need to combine different things together. This is really useful. So what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to erase her dress. So with the erase tool, Eric, I've just seen the sunglasses on that one. That's really fun. I like that. Alright, so with a kind of, it does need to be quite a small brush because I am going to have to make sure I get the dress but not the jacket. I'm just going to erase as much as I can of the dress. Being quite precise this time. So normally I've just done things quite loosely and quite haphazardly because I just want an easy life. But some things you do need to just be a bit more delicate with. So okay, and then with a slightly smaller brush, I'm just going to go in and get that shape. Lovely. Okay, so I think we're good there. Kind of messed it up at the end there, but that's fine. Right, so her dress is erased. I'm going to then get this other one. Let me just erase the background first before we resize it. So with the erase tool, I'm going to go with, yeah, quite a big brush, I think, get rid of all of that background. Right, there we go. So again, that bit there didn't need to be too delicate or too precise. Right, so then I'm going to resize that and then we're going to pop it over the top here. I'm going to press, with this the top layer selected, I'm going to press the square bracket on the keyboard. The square bracket which is on the left will take it behind. So there we go, we can just sort of resize or reposition it according to the pattern. So I think that's quite nice there. You can see a bit of jaggedy where I haven't erased very neatly, but that's absolutely fine. It doesn't matter too much. Okay, so make sure the square is in the right place and make it, I think it will bring the render density down a little bit. We don't need it to be super detailed. So I've got that, that's the right size. And then I'm going to grab the mask. Okay, so I'm going to mask all the way. So I'm taking the edge. We're going over the edge because I want it to blend in with the rest of the image. But then I am going to go all the way over the dress as well. Okay, so with outpaint now, so outpaint strength quite low because I don't want it to change massively. I'm just going on instinct, so I'm going to go with about 0.35. Then the prompt is quite important for this as well. So I'm going to say softly draping, because I always say those two words, softly draping floral patterned summer dress. And we'll see what happens. And I know there's going to be an issue with this, but I want to do the generation and then show you what we can do to remedy the issue. Because that in paint was quite low, we will still see the floral pattern there that we had when we brought in. I quite like that. I think we'll go with number 3. That's my favourite, the flowers I like on that one. Now, if I zoom out, you can see the dress that we added. It looks a bit flat and it doesn't really look like it was part of the original image. So what we can do in this situation is we can draw the shadows. This is what I normally do. So with the sketch tool, I'm going to go and grab like a grey and quite dark, and then take the transparency to probably about just above halfway, maybe a little bit smaller with the brush. And I'm going to draw the shadows along this side. Again, doesn't need to be super neat. Then I'm going to draw the shadow down this side. And then with a smaller brush, I'm just going to draw this. There's a slight crease that goes down. I think that will do. I'll just draw, sometimes I draw light and shadow, but I think this will be fine with just shadow. And then I'm going to keep my same prompt, but I'm going to write high contrast on the end there, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to take it up just a smidge. Again, just doing it on instinct. I don't really know why I do what I do. Let's see what happens. Right, so while we're doing that, if anyone's got any images of their own that they would like me to edit today in the live stream, then pop it in the chat, put @Willow so I can see it, and then we'll have a go. And if you haven't got any, Tom and I have prepared something earlier.
Yep. By the way, Willow, you've been going for exactly an hour now.
That was good of me, wasn't it? Very organised. Okay, well, so that didn't work anyway. It's going to cancel that. I think we need to turn the in-paint up, so I'm going to take it up to let's take it up to 0.7 and see what happens. I think I will lose some of those flowers, but that's fine. Hi, Yoru. Have you just joined? Oh, let me see who else is here. Sorry, I haven't greeted people as they've been coming in. Hello, everyone. The idea with the shadows didn't actually work, so I'm going to cancel that, and I'm actually going to try and do it again so that you've actually got a proper example of what it should look like. I think I probably went a little bit too dark with the shadow, so we'll try again a little bit lighter. So we've still got that grey, but I'll go down just below halfway, and then with quite a big brush, just on the edge, I will just erase that little bit that I've gone over. Yay, cool, all right, wonderful. So let's try this again. Now I think I am going to mask over. We'll mask over the whole lot. We will keep our prompt the same, and I think I'll keep the other settings the same, but what I didn't do was mask over the whole lot. I was actually going to delete the bit where I'd gone over the shadow, but I can't be bothered now. I've put the mask over, so let's see what happens. Yep, so the one that I've done, I think we've changed quite drastically what the pattern was, but you can see that it does look a bit more natural. We've got that shadow down the side that I wanted, where the jacket is and where her arm is, and then a bit of a shadow on this side as well. That was the purpose of that, and I think, oh, they're all nice. They're all nice. We'll go with that one. We'll download that one. There we go. Lovely. So I'm going to delete this one off. I'm going to just grab Sagan's image, so just bear with me. And have you got any preference of what we can do to the image?
I'm not quite sure what she's got in her hand. Is that a bag, a hat?
Oh, that's an expensive designer Gucci handbag. It does look a bit more like a hat shape though, doesn't it?
She needs a sweater for the winter coming in.
Very sensible. Very sensible indeed. It's got a midriff showing as well. That'll get a bit cold. Right. To make sure the square is in the right place, I might need to resize that. We'll just widen that slightly. Okay, so any preference for colour? Any suggestions from anyone?
I'd say give her one of those Eskimo ones, the brown ones with the white fur on.
Yeah. Right. So with the sketch tool, I'm going to grab. Normally, I would grab something from the image. So what I'll do is I'll take some brown from the bag.
Jodie's saying a parka. Eric's saying a lumberjack jacket.
Well, I quite liked that puffer jacket that Eric's image was wearing, that kind of creamy coloured parka. So maybe we'll do that, and we'll do the big fur lined around the neck that you were saying. So I think with this brown, I will just go a little bit lighter, and then we'll draw on the jacket here. Let me just take the box down a little bit further so we've got her just encompassed as well. Okay, so we'll draw that in. I'll do the jacket to start with, and then we'll put the fur on afterwards as a separate step. All filled in. Right, now the prompt is going to play a part jacket, or should I say coat? I'm going to say beige. Beige mocha? Yeah, let's go with that. And then let me just check the settings. So we can turn the render density down a little bit. I was hoping that would give me more options, but now I've still only got 2 options, so we'll take that back. I'll put out paint on again, because that's how I normally do things, and we'll see what we get. Let's see what the options are. I'm not quite sure what Euro is sharing in the chat there.
Kentosh was saying he used it to remove a tiny person from his image.
Oh, I quite like the colour that that's done. Yeah, it's come out looking a little bit flat, not really in keeping with the rest of the image, but I think probably that's the one that we can work with, so no problems. Don't do that, Willow. Just unlock the box. I just wanted to take it up slightly so that we can do the collar. Right, let's have a look. We'll pick something slightly darker but in the same colour family, and then a little brush, and then I want to do like a big, fluffy, cozy, super warm fur collar. Let's take the fur into there. Lovely. Right, so big, fluffy, cozy, super warm faux fur collar. There we go. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm just going to move the box up slightly so that it's more focused in the middle and generate. So many layers of puff. Yep, she's definitely going to be keeping warm. Oh, lovely. It's still not really in keeping with the rest of the style of the image, but I think it's fine for what we're doing today. Oh, I like that one. I think number 2 is my fave. Yeah, number 2, gorgeous. And then I'm just going to sort out this little gap here because I'm not quite sure what's going on, and my brain is compelled to sort that out. Oh, let me pick that colour, smaller brush, and we'll just fill in there. No probs. Lovely. I mean, that is still a little bit odd looking, but you know, designer clothes are always a little bit odd looking, so it's all good. No prompts, no changes to settings, just see what happens. So Sagan's saying I can change the generations back to 4, so I'll have a look at that. Okay. No, still locked out for me. I think just maybe because of the size of the image, is it? Sagan's the expert. Alright, so I think we can do something with the skirt while we're here, just for fun. I think I'd like to make it blue, just because we can. Oh, bigger brush. Right, there we go. And we'll just see what happens. We'll just go with luck. Right, and then I think we'll do one more and then we'll call it a day, because I need to go to sleep, even though it's not a school night. Right, I like that one. Got quite a nice movement. You can sort of see her walking and the skirt is moving naturally, so I like that one. I'll download that one and then I'll just pop it in the chat for anyone that would like to keep it, or might just share it later. I think I might just share it later. Tom, would you mind putting in the link for my gallery? Do you know what the link is?
Can probably find it, yeah.
Thank you. Right, so I'm going to just grab one of the images that Tom kindly shared with me for today, so just bear with me while I find it.
Your gallery is the Fashion by Willow gallery?
Yeah, that's the one. Yep, so I'm going to put all the images from today's stream onto there if anyone would like to see them. And then I might just put a little overview of how I made them as well, so I've got the steps in case anyone wants to try it later.
I'll put the link in chat.
Thank you. Okay, so for this image, we've got the gun coming out of the lady's back, and I think that would be pretty cool in some scenarios. You might find that really useful, but we would prefer it to not be there. We're just going to get rid of it. So I'm going to use the erase tool and get rid of all of the barrel to there, and then we're going to need to fill in some of those gaps. So with the colour picker, sketch tool, colour picker, I'm going to take some of this gorgeous blue from the clouds. I really do like the colour tones of this image, like the contrast between the bright orange and then this dark sky. So we've got the blue of the sky, or it's like a teal colour. Teal is one of my favourite colours. Then we'll take orange from the moon. Is it the moon or the sun?
Looks more like a moon.
Yeah. And then a little bit there to fill in the back and the arm. And I think that's enough for what we need to tell the AI. So I'm not going to do any prompts, I'm just going to do a space. I've got outpaint on and I think that's all good. Let's see what happens. Oh, I like Yoru's image there, the lady. The little blouse, that's really nice. Okay, so 1, 2. Oh, did we only get 2 that time as well? I think it was quite a big image, but yeah, I like number 1 better than number 2, so we'll go with number 1, but I do just want to get rid of that shape that's coming this way.
I mean, it
So
kind
we'll
of
just...
matches the one on the right shoulder, doesn't it?
It does in the fact that this one is coming this way, and that one's going around is like pointing backwards. So I think, I mean, we can leave that bit, but I think we'll just get rid of that little highlighted bit. So I'm just going to take that quite small. So yeah, it's letting me do 4 generations this time. Probably doesn't need it. It's probably quite an easy fix. So I'm just with the erase tool, cutting that bit off, and then sketch tool, take the colour, put it in. No prompt, just generate. I haven't mentioned already, this is so much fun. Oh yeah, I like that one. I think probably number 2 is what I went with. So that was me saying, oh yeah, we can get 4 now, and then didn't pick 4. But yeah, that's fine how it is. So do you like that? You happy with that, Tom?
Yeah, much less gun back.
Yep, there we go. So I've downloaded that one. I will send that to you later. I think, have we got time for one more?
Let me just check the timer. Yeah, you sure you can go another one more? May as well go to the next
Yeah.
full hour.
All right, we'll do this long-awaited anime image with creepy little hand. Extra hands. I used to have nightmares about a hand that was like a creepy hand. I won't go into details. There was a superfluous hand that was quite creepy that would give me nightmares. We're going to get the erase tool and we're going to get rid of this extra outside one. Is it hers? Is it someone else's? We will never know, but it's getting cut off. There we go. And then we'll grab some colours from the background. I'm going to get the yellow from that book and take that. And then there's some brown from the shelf, a little bit smaller brush, take that. Again, just taking all these colours and extending them down, and it will work its magic anyway, so I don't have to be too precise and too delicate. And I think I might actually just leave it at that and see what happens. Leave the hand emoji in the chat. Yeah, I think I might have forgotten to do something I was supposed to do, because this isn't the outcome I was expecting. And so we'll just cancel that. I will put in a few more colours. Here we go. We'll just make these books extend down. There we go. And then I'm going to get the mask tool because I wonder if that may be what didn't happen. And cover that whole area so it all blends. Leave her good hand. And let's do 4 this time. Again, no prompt. And just see what happens. Oh yeah, Eric's a good idea, isn't it? I think that worked that time, so that was good. But yeah, thank you, Eric, for the suggestion. We'll definitely try that another time. But I think we've got a good one. Number 3. Which one's your fave, Tom?
I like 1 and 3, I think.
Yeah, well, I like 1 and 3 as well. They all came out good. I'm going to go with number 1 then. I think that fits with the rest of the image more closely. So we've got the hand, and then we've also got the other issue of, I think there was something else you said to me, but the other thing that I noticed is that his medallion is just holding on with the strap on one side. So I wanted to just give that medallion another bit of security to actually be hanging onto his neck. And then I'm going to make it taller. There we go. And have I got the colour? Yes, I already did that bit. So let's draw a smaller brush from about here, and then we'll attach that to here. So Tom, was there another thing that you wanted to see adjusted from this image?
Nothing easy, no. The necks are a bit long, but that can stay.
Oh yeah.
It was mainly that hand, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to put a Padawan braid. Right, let me accept one of those. And then we're going to put the Padawan braid in here. So with the sketch tool, I'm going to pick the colour of his hair, the mid-tone. So I've gone with the blonde. And then I'm going to draw with a slightly bigger brush, I think. I'll have his braids coming down here. There we go. And Eric, do you think the AI will know if I prompt for a Padawan braid? Do you think it will know what that means?
I doubt it, but it's nothing wrong with trying.
I mean, it would definitely know braid. I think we're probably there. I think we've probably got enough by saying braid and from what I've illustrated. So I think we'll go. We can still say Padawan braid. How am I spelling Padawan? Did quite well with my spelling this evening. Right, there we go. I think I might go blonde as well. Let's say blonde. Yeah, let's just see what happens. Oh, I've had a lot of fun this evening. Hope everybody else has as well. I'm going to put the images in my gallery. Tom has put the link to my gallery for anyone that wants to check it out. I'll probably do it tomorrow because I am going to go to sleep now.
I will put it in again, yeah.
There we go. He is now officially a Padawan. Wonderful. All right, Tom, is there anything else I need to say to the lovely people before we let them go?
Give a little outro, tell them a bit about yourself, where they can find you perhaps, if you have any channels.
At the moment, I don't have any other sources of social presence other than Discord. So if anyone is on Discord, and I'm quite often in the image help channel, so if anyone's in there and you've got any questions, so if you've got any questions specific to Canvas, then definitely give me a shout in there. Maybe don't ping me. But if I see you in there, I will definitely help you. Thank you to everyone that's been here today and for participating. Yep, so I've had a lot of fun. Thank you, Tom, for your help. And there will be another session coming up soon, as I said, that will be fixing hands. So look out for that. Watch this space.